Welcome, everybody, to Comics and Cold Ones. I'm your host, JP, from All About Comics. This is your one-stop shop for comic book reviews, brews, and all your comic book news. Now, welcome to the Cathedral, my co-host, the Bishop of Back Issues, the Cardinal of Comics, Pope Grimy.
Hey, what's up, guys? How's it going?
Welcome,
The Bishop of Back Issues. What is going on, comic book community?
Oh man, it's exciting. Really?
What is going on, comic book community?
Oh well.
Hey,
man, it's exciting.
You have back feedback. Everyone live. We're live. We're
I got a little
now.
feedback. Let me correct that right quick.
Turns out I made one technical hiccup, but hey, next week. Thursday will be here soon, and I have got it going on, baby. So yeah, welcome everyone. If you're just tuning in, thank you, appreciate it. We're going to talk some comics tonight. We're going to have some fun on here. What's up, Don the Doctor and the host, along with our good friend Jason Smith. Hope everyone's having fun tonight. We're going to have some fun, aren't we there, Mr. Pope?
We certainly are. I'm super stoked.
What do we got on tap tonight? You know, speaking of taps, one part of this ensemble that I love dearly is going to be our tasty adult beverage section. You know, tonight I have the Temptress, but I also have a special guest in the spirit of this week. Look at this nice Deadpool hardcore hard Mike's Hard Lemonade or Mike's Hard Blood Orange. Yeah, got some Deadpool with us as well, so I'm probably going to have to crack that open first, I think, right here. Ooh, you hear that sound?
That's a nice crispy sound.
Pretty good. A little blood orange flavor. I love the blood orange myself. Who else is in the chat so far? Let's say our hellos. Oh, we've been blessed by the great legend. Thank you very much for popping in. Splash Page Comics. Welcome to the chat. So tonight I have a few things I want to talk about, and I'm just going to kind of touch base on that. Starting out, of course, I did go see the new Deadpool 2. If you guys had a chance to check that out, that's awesome. If you did not, you should make it a priority. And I have a couple comic books I want to talk about as well. I'm going to do a little conversation on Shadow Roads. So this is the free comic book issue. If you guys haven't seen it, it's from Oni Press, written by Colin Bunn. And then, of course, the new Venom #1, written by Donny Cates. So I believe Pope and I were talking off air, and he has read that issue as well. So we'll have two particular opinions of such. Ooh, it looks like we're cutting in with the Blasted or Stash It guys. Sorry about that, guys. Was not aware that they also had a 9 p.m. show. Anyways, so what do you got going on, Pope?
I know we're going to probably try to talk a little bit about key issues and, like, I guess what it means to have a key issue.
Yeah, I think for me, I think when we're talking a little bit about the subject, is I would like to know what people's definition of a key issue. You know, you see so many different people out there that say, you know, I got this key, I got this key, I got this key. And I'm just curious, like, you know, what defines a key? Because when I think of a key, I think of something, you know, along the lines of Amazing Fantasy 15. That's a key to me. You know, something that has long-standing, I guess, prominence, you know, if that makes sense. So what are your thoughts on that?
That makes a lot of sense. I think there's a lot of different things you need to think about when you're talking about a key issue. I mean, there's you have first appearances, you have camos, you have first costumes, you have the first time they meet up with somebody and fight somebody. But to me personally, I mean, I think the word having a key issue is having something that is very significant to the character and the storyline to whatever comic they're talking about.
So, so what do you think? Like, for example, I'm just gonna throw this out there. What was it? New Mutants or New X-Men number 8? New Mutants number 8, right? The first appearance of Surge. I'll just stick with the Deadpool theme here. So Deadpool, that thing shot up like what, $30-$40 in a few days. All of a sudden, it's a key issue. Like to me, do you break your keys down by generation? Is it modern keys, silver keys, bronze keys, etc.? Because to me, I don't think that particular issue should be considered a key issue. It's a first appearance of a side character that has really no relevance to anything outside of a movie appearance.
I understand that, but in my personal opinion, like I'm not, I think it really just boils down to the collector when it comes down to it. To me, it's not a big deal to me because I see a lot of this, like that example you used. I see that as being not a really big key for me, but I mean, that particular character in the comic books hasn't really influenced like Deadpool. And the only time we're really seeing him, I guess, is in the movie. So to me, that really wouldn't be a key, but it almost seems like it's more used as a tool to flip a book, I guess.
So it's using the word loosely, if you will?
Yeah, a little bit.
So we have loose keys, we have mainstream keys. You know what I'm saying? Like we're gonna have like the word key in the comic book industry is gonna be like metal is to music. There's like 48 different subgenres. In a way, I mean, because I don't know. For me, I just have such a hard time with the word key because unless it has like staying power, I guess is where I have my biggest beef with the word key. Is Surge doesn't have staying power to me. I'm just going to keep beating that book to death because it pisses me off. It's used for flippers, right? And I have no problem with people that sell books. I sell books, for crying out loud. But don't get me wrong. If I had that book and someone wanted to pay $30 for it, I'd sell that book for $30 all day long until I couldn't anymore. But I wouldn't market it as a key. First appearance, yes, but key, no. I just don't like that terminology, I guess, for that particular book.
Well, I got you because, because that, unless like the character or there's something, it has to have something with very strong significance, in my opinion, in order for it to be like a key book. For instance, I was at my local comic book shop and I was actually looking for Excalibur number 86 in my local comic book shop dollar bins. And my friend was there with me, and I threw this book at him, and I was just jokingly throwing it at him. I was like, hey, man, here's a big key issue for you. And he pulled up that key collector app, and he's like, you think it's funny, but it's on the key collector app as a key book. And I was like,
no
oh,
kidding.
okay. But before I left, I actually found that Excalibur, 86.
86, yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, like, does this book, is it a huge key for me personally? No.
Is that the first appearance of Peter?
Yes.
Sell the shit out of that book right now.
Go ahead. Let's go for
it. Spoiler alert.
Who knows? I might actually throw it in as one of our giveaways because, like, personally, to me, I'm not a much of a flipper, guys. I don't have anything against flippers, um, but it's just one of those things. I mean, if
Well, let me. Okay, so you picked up Excalibur 86, so I'll put you on the
Mhm.
spot. What is your intent of? What is your purpose of owning that book? Like right
yeah,
now?
my initial purpose of picking this book up was for the show.
Okay.
Uh, it was just because I knew we were going to talk about key issues, and so I was just like, hey, why don't I just look for the book that everybody's after? And
So, obviously, I'll talk a little bit about Deadpool 2 here in a little bit, but that's why that book is hot, right? Everyone's speculating that Peter is from the movie is Peter from that particular book, correct?
correct.
Right. So, um, you know, I'm not going to do any. I'm going to do any spoilers here, but
The legend said any book in Mylar is the key, in my opinion.
if I were if I were hunting that book, I would put that shit up for sale right now. So, that being said, uh, you know, we'll do what we're going to do tonight and a little bit here, but yeah, I mean, I think it's a good topic that has never really. Maybe I just haven't watched enough videos, but hasn't been touched on too much. You have like kind of like the word Grail, right? Grail and key are very similar, and they both mean similar yet different things because my Grail is like a Lucio Perillo commission. That's my Grail. Um, is it considered a Grail book? Absolutely not, because it's artwork. But Amazing Fantasy 15 again is definitely a collector's Grail, right? That's got to be everyone's collector's Grail. Also, a key issue. Um, Detective 27. Most of us will never own that, but that's a Grail and a key issue. So it's just kind of, I just think it's an interesting uh, conversation to have within the community. Not that there's a right or wrong answer. I just like to have the discussion because I just think the word key is used so loosely. Um, I have less of a problem with the word grail because grails truly are something that can be personal, whether you're completing a run, whether you're completing, you know, I collect, Paul Green. So, of course, I'm going to have Paul Green grails because
Most definitely.
they're hard to get. But when it comes to keys, there's not a single issue that is considered a key book by Paul Green. There's no first appearances. There's no deaths. There's no nothing substantial other than his books are extremely limited, and he does sexy ladies. So, which I guess could be considered a grail for some people.
Well, I guess with using terminology, I see using the word key issue is basically just stating that this happened in this particular comic book. Um, I think grails are as more of a loosely stated thing because I have personal grails. Uh, I'm a big Jay Lee fan, so I'm gonna go the extra mile to get those special Jay Lee covers or whatever. Um, but like I have personal grails that I'm after. I'm not after Amazing Spider-Man #1. Don't hurt me. Just kidding. Uh, but that is definitely a key issue. But it's not on my radar. I mean, I like Spider-Man, but like I'm not after him. And if I had a choice to get Uncanny X-Men #1 or the first appearance of Wolverine, I'm gonna go for the first appearance of Wolverine. So I mean, both of those books are grails, but the more personal grail to me would be the Wolverine grail. So that's where I think like a key to me is just saying that like this book contains like the first appearance of so and so or the death of so and so. To me, it's just like cataloging. I don't think just because it's a key book doesn't mean it has a huge significance or anything. It's just a way of saying that like I've categorizing like events and stuff that happen through comics. And I think grails are just what individual collectors just go for. And we all have different grails, and we all have a lot of the same grails that we're chasing. That's why eBay is making money.
Well, that's true. I'm gonna go to the chat really quick and just kind of see here. Gomez says grails for him is hunting comics every Wednesday. So, Legend brings up a good point for Paul Green. I guess key book for him would be his first published works, which oddly enough, I don't even know what it is. I assume it's a Grimm Fairy Tales book. Actually, that's not true. He did some Flash. Oh no, that was Ben Oliver. Never mind. I'm not sure on Paul Green. Ben Oliver did some Flash Gordon work back in the day. Exile State says all his grails are in the dollar bins. And TJ Watson, welcome to the chat, guys. Says his first appearance or a key for him would be a first appearance or a major event. His grail list consists of books that he has for his collection. So, yeah, grail versus key. Definitely think grails are more of a personal touch. And Splashhead Comics says times have changed a lot from the 70s to now, meaning the meanings have changed since movies have come out. They're driving nothing books up to key issue books.
Happy birthday, TJ Watson.
Happy birthday. Should we sing? Happy birthday to you.
TJ Watson.
Happy birthday to you.
All right, cut that crap. Let's talk about
sorry,
comics.
it was sexy. I thought the Sultry Pope was coming out, man. Damn it! I thought I would.
I will say, you have a beautiful voice.
Like an angel.
Like an angel.
Paul Green, Flash Gordon. See, Paul Green. I thought was, I don't know, man. I thought Flash Gordon was Ben Oliver, but who knows? They could have all been. They're all British, right? So. So yeah, let's kind of go through the chat here and get some shout outs if you don't mind, or I can while you talk. It's all good. Prowler 671's in the chat.
Shout them out.
Shout them out.
Prowler 671.
Reviews from the Bat Cave. Welcome. Exile State Comics. Gomez, The Legend. Who else is in there? Don the Doctor was earlier. Jason Smith was. You guys still around? Say what's up. What are you guys' opinion on this? I mean, I know a few people have chimed in, but I'm curious because I'm very opinionated in a way, but not in a rude way. I'm just I have my opinions, and the way I collect is probably different than a lot of other people. Comic Crypto Stock, welcome to the chat. So. I don't get offended easily, first of all. So everyone's got their opinion. They can say whatever. It's not going to hurt my feelings because I don't have any. But I do have opinions. And, and I just think with the way this community has gone, I've been part of this community for about a year and a half now. And it's just, I don't know, just the way the comics have changed so much in the year and a half since I really started focusing on YouTube and, watching other people's collecting habits and it's weird, how I know the Legend talks about the sheep, the sheepish community in a way because people follow each other. But that's kind of where I just was, I was just sitting down one day and one episode we'll do this. I have another idea, but it's like, what is considered, a key? The first appearance of Spawn, that's what, to me, that would be a modern key because he's a relevant character. It's not an expensive book, and I don't think that every key book has to be an expensive book. You're not talking Action 1 here for every damn thing, or Detective 27, or Batman 1, or Amazing Spider-Man 1. Yes, they're key books, but not every key has to be something expensive or, super sought after. I think, like, for me, and this is just my opinion, you take like Batman, oh my gosh, is it 232? That is the real famous Neil Adams cover. I can't remember if it's Batman or Detective. If you guys correct me in the chat, you know what's up. Everyone sees it. To me, it's a key book because it's an amazing cover, an amazing artist, who is long in the tooth, and I think that particular book will have staying power. Do you think that? So what do you got there, Detective? Was that 781? What is that?
It's 880.
880.
The jock cover.
The jock cover. So you consider that a key book, or what do you think?
That's what I think is weird. To me, this would not be a key book, as far as like there's nothing significant that happens inside the book, as story wise or to the character, but it's a hot ass cover that everybody's after. And thank you, Doom, for hooking me up with that book. But it's, to me, that's not like a key book to me. Yeah, T.J. Watson, I would consider that a grail. That someone likes that cover, and that's just something that they want to have in their collection.
So, what do you think the staying power of that book is, though? In all honesty, I guess I shouldn't say staying power. So, if I were an investor into comic books, which I am not, on full disclosure, I am not. But is that something that you would invest in for a short window? And I'll even take it just another step back. Let's go to Batgirl 12, the Artgerm cover. Everyone knows that cover. Everyone in this community, everyone watching this video right now probably knows that cover. It's a beautiful cover. But when it came out in 2010, that book came out, no one gave two shits about that book because it meant nothing. There's literally nothing in that book that makes it a key other than the cover. It's a beautiful cover. It's an amazing Artgerm cover. You fast forward now 7 years really, that book got hot last year. So 7 years it took before someone was like, damn, that's a really nice book. That's a really nice cover. Same with that book you just shown. How old is that book?
I have no clue.
Right, but it's probably 5 years old, maybe.
Oh yeah, I definitely say it's 5 years old.
So I know the print runs were different, but it's just all. Sorry, I'm trying to see the chat here. But my point is like what makes a key, I guess, is what the whole topic was for this, right? So right now, I know a lot of people consider that book that you just showed to be a key because it's a badass Joker cover.
In the chat, they're saying it's more of a grail, and I agree with them. But I mean, a key can be a grail as well.
So you think? Well, yeah, I agree with that, but I just meant like, to me, you have like your holy grails, and then you have your personal grails, and then to me, the comic book collecting grails. I mean, those are your big staples to me. The Amazing Fantasy 15, the big ones, the big books. Those are comic book collecting grails. Those are investment books. You know that if you invest smartly into those books, whatever grade, there's a really good chance you're going to make money 5-10 years down the road. Same with Hulk 181. That book has staying power because of the relevance of it, because of what makes it a key. It isn't because yes, it's a cool iconic cover that they've duplicated 100 times now, but the relevance of that book is never going to change. It is an iconic figure's first full appearance.
Yeah, I completely agree with you.
So it'll forever be a key yes, it would be considered a grail for you. I don't know if you have 18 copies, in your long box there, but so anyways, I really wanted to touch on this subject just because. Not necessarily for clarity, not for myself, because I have what I consider a key, and I have, what I consider grails, and then you have key grails. But one book that really bothers me is Amazing Spider-Man 300, because it's not technically the first appearance of Venom. 299 is the first appearance of Venom. Like, it's not just a cameo, it's a full appearance of Venom. And people like the community refuses to accept it. But that's okay. Yeah, so I would be curious. Like, I don't know, we should do like a comic book history show one night because I'd be really curious to see. I don't know. I got a lot of research to do. When did Hulk 181 become a key? When did Wolverine get really popular? Was it 90s? Was it 80s? I don't know. I'm just curious.
Well, I started collecting in the 90s, and Wolverine and Batman were the first comic book characters to grab my attention. So I'm going to say for me, Wolverine was definitely his first appearance in 181 was a big key to me in the early 90s. But the price of 181 in the 90s is astronomical to what it is compared to today.
Sure.
And I to be honest with you, I think it's the movies, and people started attaching like the movies coming out soon, and it makes the books skyrocket.
Well, I mean, certainly it entertained a broader audience. You welcomed in people that may have never been exposed to comic books. Believe it or not, there's parts of the world that don't have spinner racks in their gas stations. I didn't get exposed to comics until I was 15 years old. It was only because there's a little local gas station, and the manager there was a huge comic book collector, and he started selling to us kids out of like the trunk of his car. He like opened up a Diamond account, would order in stuff.
That doesn't sound shady at all.
Well, he was our dealer, man. But
let me open my truck and show you some stuff.
And he would bring in like because he didn't give a shit about our age. He wasn't worried about IDing us for what we were buying. So one of my early books was I think it was called Dirty Biker Sluts or something like that.
Dirty Biker Sluts.
And it was just brutal, freaking X-rated nonsense. And I'm just like, Jesus, what did I buy? Hide that between the mattresses with the Playboys so Mom doesn't see them. But, and my first superhero book, I've talked about it before in previous videos, was Deadpool Circle Chase #1. That was the first superhero book I ever bought because I felt, for me, jumping on in 1993 as I was 15 was like I couldn't just jump into the X-Men, because God knows they have been around forever at that point. And he had a huge run of an Uncanny X-Men. He had, now how like now you see a lot of people doing filing cabinets for their storage.
Oh yeah.
This dude had his office set up in the gas station. His personal office was just filing cabinets of back issues. And I'm like, oh my God, like I hope no one robs this gas station. They'll the treasure back here. But no one thought about comics like that either. So, anyways,
well, plus I guess what I want to know is, and I'm going back to me saying, putting on the tagline in like eBay selling stuff, like the movies coming out soon, like who is that directed to? Like, because as comic book collectors, like we already know the history of the characters in the movies. We probably own like a good majority of the comic books that these characters are in, and to me, it's just like, why? Like you're not telling the comic book collector anything new. So when it says like a movie's coming out, it's like, no shit, the movie's coming out. We're gonna go see it because we're comic book fanatics. So it's just like, like I want to know. I guess what I'm asking is like, what's the majority of the people who are not comic book collectors going to see this like a movie? Like, well, for Deadpool as an example, like if someone goes sees Deadpool, and they never knew who Deadpool was, like is it likely for them to go like running to their comic book store and trying to find the first appearance of Deadpool? I mean,
I don't think so. I think the what drives that market is speculators. just hoping to cash in on collectors that either didn't have that particular book at that time, and they're like, oh, I got to have it because the problem with like, speculators are really only selling to collectors, in my opinion. Collectors that aren't either informed or patient, I guess is a good term to use. But, for me, and this is just, I'll just take Deadpool because I was there. I would say out of the people in the theater, and, I did have conversations with people today, as a matter of fact. I had a conversation with someone. I was like, in my line of work, I deal with people all day long. I engage with people all day long. I talk. So sometimes I'll just throw out random nonsense just to see what sticks. And today I asked this couple, as I was talking to them, like, oh, are you guys going to go see Deadpool? They're like, yeah, we're probably going to go right after this. We've been waiting to see it. I'm like, oh, and they asked me, what my thought of it and if it was better than the first one. And in my opinion, it was. I thought the first one was perfect for what it was, but I really thought, as a comic book reader, that I thought the sequel touched on a lot of things I was worried about from the trailers and brought it all together from the storyline, from the comics, that I think what they did was the right thing to do for the movie, based on stuff from the comics. If you read the storyline, if you didn't read the Deadpool storyline, with, how, whatever the relationship was with his wife and stuff back then it wouldn't make sense to you. But it made for a good movie, and I think it was a damn perfect movie. I don't think I could have changed anything about this movie. So that's my quick little 2 cents on that. But anyways, my point being, I asked this couple if they ever read the comics, and what do you think their answer was? No.
Yeah, no.
No. Do they ever intend to read comics? No, they're just like the movies. And I hear that more and more. I see people, if I see someone wearing a superhero shirt, I'll engage them. I'm like, oh, are you a fan of the comics or just the movies? 99% of the people I've ever talked to have said just the movies. So our comic book collecting community, as you know, just from YouTube, it's not as large as I think. I think we have a large community that covers the majority of the purchases.
We're taking over, JP.
Taking over what? Small towns, Rhode Island?
Hey, one small town at a time.
I'm going to go to the chat quick here. Splash Page says in 1980 you could find Hulk 181 for $25.
Ouch.
But you know what? But you think about that, $25 in 1980. People then were still like, "Oh, god dang, that's expensive." I mean, seriously, would you have spent $25? I mean, you probably weren't even alive in 1980, Pope. I was 3 years old, so
I was being conceived in 1980.
I can remember going to the shop when I was 16. So let's say 1994. I was 16 years old. Rhode Island is a state. I know it's a state, Murph. I just meant like a small city or Rhode Island. But going to the comic book shop when I was a teenager and going to the wall books, right? I think my wall books then, if I remember, I mean, this is dating myself, but just thinking back, it would have been like Spawn #1 because that was hot as hell back then. Everyone loved Image, Youngblood, and anything with Rob Liefeld, and his no feet drawing self. It was just different. Like there weren't variants like crazy like now. It's just so different. But like, I mean, you could go back. I mean, I could talk about this for days. Obviously, it's one of the things I'm passionate about. But like for me, when I have my own, I have lists. Believe it or not, I don't ever show them or talk about them, but I make comic lists. I have my Grail list, my personal Grail list, my key books, and then I also have like my key variant list. Now, and these are, and I've done a lot of freaking research, and I've written I was going to do a whole show based on this at some point, but I was trying to do it with another YouTuber, but I haven't really heard from him in a while. So there are a shit ton of variants that, you know, I'm curious what their test of time looks like. You know, like that Siege J. Scott Campbell cover of Deadpool or whatever it is, you know what I'm talking about? Like fucking $800. Sorry, kids, I did swear. This is a kid-friendly show, but it's probably not. Not when we get rolling. But you know what I'm saying? Like, which variants are going to be? Are they going to be a such thing as key variants 20 years from now? Is anyone going to care about the Venomized, whatever that Mary Jane cover was? That was like $1,200 for a long time. I can't even think of it right now. I mean, there's a website you go to that has all those rare variants and recalled issues. I can't think of their website. I wasn't prepared to talk about that. But, you know, I'm just curious. Do variants really have staying power as far as long-term investment, if you will? You're mute, man, or something. I can't hear you. No. You're going to make me look like I'm talking to myself. Nothing. Nothing.
Can you hear me now?
Hey, there you are.
Sorry about that.
It's all good. People think I muted you like a blocking trilogy.
No, the funny thing is I was sitting here trying to talk to you and like nothing was happening. I was like okay. No, but what I was gonna say was I do think variants have a long-standing price or whatever as far as it, you know, because that's just for the collectors. I think in the future, because if you pass like that's what I like about the YouTube community, because we kind of pass on our knowledge of comic books to like a generation coming up into collecting comic books. So I guess that's one way of like certain variants or whatever can hold their value. But I'm going to go back to what Gomez was saying in the chat. And Gomez says, I collect because I love collecting regardless. But as a community and YouTube opened up my eyes and broadened my knowledge collecting facts, artists, and stories. So to be honest with you, I mean, a lot of this stuff to me, it just depends on what you want to collect. Do you plan on collecting comic books for their money value? Do you collect comic books because you like the cover, or you like the storyline? You know, to me, I collect all different things. I collect variants. I collect books because I like the characters in them. I like the storylines. And every once in a while, you know, I might buy a book just because, I don't know. I mean, there's just so many reasons to collect comic books, and I don't think...
Because you like titties.
Because I like titties. What can
That's
I say?
why you buy that book to your right. I see it. I see some J. Scott Vampirilla there.
I don't know what you're talking about. Fine, I'll show you some titties.
Oh wait, that's Warlord of Mars you got there too.
Still a nice pair of titties.
Mm-hmm. Perillo knows his way around some breasts.
I think you were looking at this.
I was looking at
it?
that. Yeah,
This is J. Scott Campbell, then.
I know it is, bro. I know my artists like you wouldn't even believe. Ask my wife, man. She gets freaked out when I'm like, I can spot like artists across the room. She's like, how did you know that was a Jenny Frison cover? I'm like, fucking glows in the dark, man.
You're like, I recognize those tits.
Yeah, one time I totally fucked up. That was on a Vampirilla Zero Joseph Linzer cover that I thought was Jenny Frison. But my bad. Yeah, then she got a comment from Jenny on Instagram about it, and Heather wasn't too happy with me. But she got me back. She got me back with some Babs Tar in person at fucking Seattle.
Oh,
I go to get some books signed by Babs Tar, and guess what? It wasn't her damn artwork.
Was it Annie Wu?
No, it was freaking Bangle.
You told me that was Babs.
Yeah, that was embarrassing, but but yeah, let's see what's going on in the chat. Have you been reading it?
Yeah, I've been scanning it.
Oh man.
The Amazing Murph says, I do enjoy the new generation of collectors, seen in their video books that he's had for years, and it's cool.
Yeah, I love the diversity of collectors in our community, to be honest. I mean, I don't give a shit what you collect as long as you truly enjoy what you're doing. That's all that matters to me, man. I'm not here to judge people. Okay, you judge me, I'll laugh in your face because I don't give a shit what you think about what I collect. But, because to me, collecting is personal. Now, if I happen to come across something for super cheap and I know I can flip it, hell yeah, I'm going to do that all day because that puts more money back into what I collect.
Hey, you want to give away something? I think we've been talking for a long time.
Yeah, 43 minutes roughly.
Yeah, let's give away something.
What do you want to give away? I got a little prize pack I want to give away tonight.
Do you just have like one prize?
Oh no, man! I got a little stack here I plan on giving away tonight. So no worries, no worries. You don't have to compete with me. It's not a competition, bro.
Oh, it is. You just don't know it.
I got a nice little. I got some variants I'm going to give away. I got some #1 issues. I got some signatures I'm going to give away. I got a Kickstarter book I'm going to give away.
Oh, snap.
Yeah, a little fun tonight. I mean, it's nothing major, nothing key. But, then we're going to talk. I'm going to talk a couple reviews here, get off my soapbox about key versus whatever. So, how are we going to do this? You want to do a randomizer? You got something you can randomize? We can go through the chat and pick everyone who's been in there?
Yeah, let's do something with the chat.
Yeah. I would do trivia, but that sounds like a lot of work.
I don't know. I think trivia is fun.
You like trivia?
Let's do some personal trivia.
Personal trivia?
Why don't you do something about yourself?
Do something. See the first person that can answer a question about me?
Yeah.
All right. Well, since I talked about it, we'll just go ahead and say the first person to answer my first comic book purchase / read ever will win a prize.
Uh-oh. Come on, guys. He already mentioned it.
Don't answer, wife. I know how you are. Tricky.
Yeah, she's going to get on there and start bidding for Art Germ stuff.
No shit. She's like, nope, it wasn't Spawn. JP has a beard. That is true. Man, you guys weren't paying attention.
I was gonna say, damn, I'm gonna type the answer in and win.
No shit. Oh man. All good guesses, but nowhere close.
Oh, this is hurting. Holy crap.
Slutty biker chick something. That was close. Not the first one I ever purchased. But you're in the ballpark of that time frame.
He's like, he's talking about buying drugs or something out of some guy's trunk of his car. And then he said something about Sean having titties.
My wife needs more airtime. They want you on the chat. They're tired of listening to me talk about it. Wildcats.
Wildcats. Come
oh
on,
my gosh.
Rob Liefeld.
Rob Liefeld, Youngblood.
The legend says Youngblood. That's not it, buddy.
Can I give them a hint for fuck's sakes?
Yeah, do it. You have to. Or I'm going to type it in and go for the win.
You're pretty close on the time frame there. 1994.
He said,
It was the Smurfs.
the Smurfs. It was Gargamel.
Yeah, Gomez. Oh, Gomez came through. You are the winner, Gomez. You will win a delicious
That's right, Steve Woodard. It was the Circle Chase.
Circle Chase. Oh man, you got it, Gomez. Slow down, bro. Oh man, you're gonna get a nice prize pack of 3 comic books. They're all from Free Comic Book Day. No, I'm just kidding.
All signed by JP.
All signed by All About Comics. All right, so there we go. We got rid of the first prize. Can we show you what the prizes are? So you can see sadness.
I want to see what I could have won.
You could have won this nice Adam Hughes cover here.
Oh,
You got the Patriotica #1 from Kickstarter. Very nice.
oh, that's a beautiful cover.
And I know that Gomez loves Wolverine. Actually, I don't know that at all. I just made that up. But I got you a copy of Old Man Logan 31.
It's beautiful. Still a beautiful cover.
Beautiful cover. So there you go. Congratulations, Gomez. All right. Pope's up. Pope's up next. You got something personal you want to say?
Oh, good Lord. After seeing that personal quiz thing, I don't know. I was gonna see how many people watch my channel. But I have 3 sets. I have A, B, and C.
Ooh.
And what I was gonna ask I'm scared to ask now. But hell, let's go for it. If you guys have been watching my videos, everybody knows Doom likes Heroes in the Rain. Like, what do I like on covers that I will pick up no matter what it is?
Here's a hint. It rhymes with biddies. Jason wants a randomizer.
Oh, you want a randomizer?
No, screw that. You pay attention. Take notes, damn it.
Pope wears Ray-Bans. Gomez says women. I'm going to tell you right now. Legend says titties.
Titties and beer.
Titties and beer. Oh, how I want some titties and beer.
Okay.
That's my wife singing back up.
This is going horrible. How about I give you guys a really huge hint? It's an animal, and it swims.
Sperm.
Yes.
The lag's killing him.
Ah,
Sharks.
Don the Doctor got it. It's sharks.
Sharks. Woo! Congratulations, Don the Doctor. Beaver. Otters.
All right, Don. Give me A, B, or C.
What was the question?
What does Pope collect when he sees on covers? Sharks with friggin' lasers.
Sperm whales.
It was sharks.
Sharks with titties.
Sharks with titties. Oh my gosh, that'd be amazing.
Sharks.
I love me a titty shark.
Oh my gosh. So what are you gonna pick, Don? What do you win?
The legend says dolphin sex.
Dolphin sucks.
The rapers of the sea.
The rapers of the sea. That's what dolphins are. According to Pope, that's what dolphins are.
Man, I watch Animal Planet. Seen those little bastards.
You think they're all nice, they're all rubbing up on you, saving your life. No, you're their next victim.
Come on, Don. A, B, or C, buddy.
Silver Age Dave, welcome to the PARTY.
I feel as though the doc gave the answer and just hopped in his. All right, Don the Doctor says C.
You know what I just realized is another fucking contest. Don the Doctor has won.
I know. Right? All right, Don. So you won this awesome J.G. Jones cover.
That's a beautiful cover.
Hopefully, get the damn glare. And you also got this Midtown #1 Matina Venom cover.
Oh, nice. Those are good
So
prizes.
do me a huge favor and PM me your address, and I'll send those bad boys out to you.
Sad. What's sad? Who's sad? Oh,
No,
Silver,
he's saying
Silver Age
Dave's
Dave.
sad.
I got it. One more beer and I'll forget about this conversation.
Yeah,
Yeah, those are good prizes, man. Congratulations, Don the Doctor. Welcome back to the future. All right.
let's talk about that Venom #1.
Let's talk about Venom #1. You guys in the chat, if you haven't had a chance to read it, or if you have, I would love to know your thoughts. No spoilers for those who haven't read it. This will be a spoil-free review. So this is the new series written by Donny Cates and, art by Ryan Stegman. I believe he just did the cover, if I'm not mistaken. This is the Stegman cover, I believe. Pretty badass. So yeah, initial thoughts for me. I'm just gonna say it. I'll definitely pick up issue #2 because I'm curious where the story is gonna go. Now I'll be honest, I haven't read Venom in 100 years or longer or ever. Period. Well, except for the Protector, that miniseries thing. But anyways, tell me your thoughts on it, and then I'll go back to my thoughts.
All right, well, I'll jump in there. I was intrigued by it, and without spoiling anything, there's an interesting thing because you learn about the history of a little bit about the history of the symbiotes in this, and because I really don't want to spoil a lot of it, but Eddie Brock is having some problems with his bond with the alien, and the reason that he's having a problem with this bond is the main story arc, and but it gets really interesting. So I'm not quite sold, but it's got enough intrigue for me, and plus I love Eddie Brock being Venom. So I'm with you. I would definitely pick up #2 to see where the story goes along. Because to be honest with you, when Donny Cates did the Cosmic Ghost Rider, when I first heard about the Cosmic Ghost Rider, I was like, like there's a Cosmic Ghost Rider. Let's be serious. But I mean, after reading it, he sold me on it, and so. Hopefully, he can sell us on Venom #1.
Well, I'll tell you, the only reason I picked up Venom is because Donny Cates is attached to it. Two things. Talking to Donny in person about it and seeing his passion for it, and knowing that this is something this dude is going to give his all to, and to know that there's a bigger picture here. This is a long-term commitment for him as a writer and Marvel. And everyone who watches my videos or chats with me in private or whatever knows I have a slight distaste for Marvel right now. I think some of their shit they're putting out is exactly that, just shit. It's a way to try and whatever. I'm not going to get on. So I'm not diversity in comics. I'm not here to, tear shit apart. But picking this up, going in blind, because I haven't read a Venom book in forever. My recollection of Venom has always been dark. I want dark, and I think we got that with this because Eddie's in a dark place in this story. I need to plug in, babe.
I was just laughing because Murphinator said Eddie needs some symbiote Viagra.
Right.
Over there, I can't reach it.
So, and for me, it was just. Sorry, I gotta plug in
It's the
the
second.
laptop back in really quick. So before it croaks mid show and all the babies start to cry. But so for me, it was just I want to see what Donnie had in store for Venom, and right away you kind of see Eddie's in a dark place, and Eddie was the Venom that I knew from years gone by because I haven't read Venom in forever. So it went to some really interesting places that I wasn't really sure where it was going to take us, but ultimately it left me intrigued enough that I'm excited for number 2. And I did go ahead and put it on my monthly pull list. And I haven't had a pull list in at least a year and a half at any LCS, whether before we moved or after, or whatever. So I did start a pull list at my local LCS, and that was the first title I put on there because I do think I'm intrigued enough with this series. I want to see where it goes. And knowing that there's a big picture excites me because it's not going to be a 4-issue miniseries or a 6-issue miniseries or 12 issues and Donnie's off the deal. I just want to see, and I hope he takes Eddie and Venom and the symbiote stuff to some dark places.
Yeah, I totally agree with everything you said about that. I think Donny Cates is going to do a good job, or at least do a good job, like start kicking off the series. And I hope Eddie Brock stays as Venom because he's been my childhood Venom growing up. So,
was it, in your opinion, did you think that Eddie looked a lot like Thor?
yeah, he kind of did.
The first scene. I'm just going to show it here. I'm not going to give anything away, but I was like, God dang it! Is that Thor just chilling there? Like, what the hell is Thor doing in the Venom book? And, so we're about to get a Venomized Thor. I don't think we have one of those yet, have we? But
I don't know. We might have like
I don't know.
Jane Foster.
This is a pretty badass. That was pretty badass to me. I know it's just words, but it looks fucking awesome.
All right, now I want to say that a Splash Page comic says, but look how many Venom number 1s have come out over the years. It's just another number 1 to him.
Sure, and I totally get that. Like, I'm not saying this book is, I'm not pimping this as a grail or a key or a hot book. I just wanted to read it because of Donny Cates. And I enjoy his writing from what I've read so far. I love his independent stuff, and I want to see what he could do with Venom. And anytime you can get someone like me who's been just I think someone said it best earlier in the chat, I'm not a collector of comics, I'm a hoarder of comics. I haven't really read much in a long time. I'll read here and there. I prefer to do graphic novels instead of picking up single books. If I want to read something, I'll usually just pick up a volume. But anyways, I just, I encourage you guys, maybe crack open a book and read it if you don't already. And if you do, good on you. But I think for my money, I'll see where the story goes.
All right.
All right. What else you got? bud? Hey, buddy. What else you got?
I personally want to talk about the DC Nation number 0.
Oh, nice. Was that the 25 center?
Yeah, it's the 25 center. But the reason why I want to talk about it because I really love the small Joker story that was at the beginning, and it's kind of the Joker story that's is in the beginning of the book.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I haven't read that one myself, so you go ahead.
Will you mind if I spoil?
No, man. I mean, it's fine with me. You can ask the chat. I'm sure they either aren't going to read it or already have.
Well, the reason why I'm saying is because I think there's a lot of future stuff that's going to come out in DC, and mainly this is the whole it's a first off, it's an awesome it's a small little psychotic story of the Joker, but it's bringing back that promise that they're going to reveal the Joker's identity to us, or supposedly reveal the identity, because there's like 3 different Jokers apparently. But Jeff Johns is going to be heading that the story of the 3 Jokers, I guess. But this is the Joker trying to get an invitation to Batman and Catwoman's wedding. There's a Superman story in this. I really wasn't that intrigued by it. But what I'm really super interested in is, like, there's going to be, like, all these different, like, Justice League people. Like, there's going to be, like, a Justice League team with a Lobo, Lex Luthor, Beast Boy, Batman, Deathstroke. There's going to be a Justice League Team Mystery with like Starfire, Martian Manhunter, Starro, Sinestro. A Justice League Team Wonder with Raven, Etrigan, Wonder Woman, Zatanna. So there's just all these different like Justice League characters. I'm guessing they're gonna have to fight some new gods or something like that. But I just wanted to hear what the chat had to say, how they feel about that. Especially with Jeff Johns headlining this Joker, the Joker's identity, and what you guys think about all these different like Justice League teams coming out.
So I didn't get a chance to read it, Pope, but is it focusing on the 3 Jokers from like this whole Batman Who Laughs type stuff? Is that one of them?
It was during the Dark Side Wars, when Batman was sitting on the Mobius chair. He asked the chair who the Joker was, and it said that there was 3 different Jokers, but they never gave us like the identity of who these Jokers were. But Jeff Johns is going to be, I guess, starting in the summer, is going to be tackling at least one of the identities of the Jokers.
Anyone in the chat get a chance to read the book he's referring to?
Gomez says there's probably going to be another death in the family. Catwoman dies by Joker's hands. Like, how do you feel about that? Like, that almost seems like that's probably what's going to end up happening. And, like, I don't want to be ripped off. Like, I almost feel like they're recycling stories, and I don't want that. You know, like, if another Robin dies, like, I'm probably going to shoot myself. Splash says SJW Robin marries the Riddler.
That's probably about right these days. Yeah, that's been an interesting little subject there lately in the comic book world. You excited for the wedding?
I guess a little bit. mainly I'm just excited to see if mainly to see if like what Gomez says that like how long Catwoman's gonna last. Because you know DC's not gonna let Batman be happy for too long. And we all know Batman won't let Batman be happy for too long either.
Yeah, he's probably a bit of a psychopath. You know,
He's an emo kid.
he is. He's angry at the world.
I'm rich and have toys. Lots and lots of toys.
Do you ever think he like hides stuff from her? Is like that's their weird little game they play? He'll hide like trinkets in the house and have her try and steal it. I have a feeling. Like, I mean, I don't know, but I have a feeling they have crazy sex games.
That's what I was thinking. Like, it's in my pants.
I think that's it.
Well, I'm gonna do if you don't mind, I'm gonna do another giveaway.
Yeah, rock and roll.
I've had I had the wife working on randomizer over here. So we got 12 people in the chat right now. So of those 12 people, we're gonna roll the dice 7 times. Lucky number 7. Yeah, I'm gonna show here. So I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys the screen if you can see it. Who we have here? I'll just read the names. Jason Smith, TJ Watson, Great Legend, Gomez, Murfinator, Exile State, C. Woodard, Splash Page, Comics Don the Doctor, Reviews from the Batcage, Silver Age Dave, and Prowler. Yeah, whatever. Reviews from the Batcage. Pick me, Prowler says. All right, so we're going to randomize it 7 times, and on the 7th roll, I'll tell you who wins. Or not.
I'm just laughing at all the chat.
More than no, you're fine.
Legend says if he sees Martha's pearls fall again, he's going to kill himself. And the splash page says hide the battery.
Damien will die again. Oh, wait. There's one more person to add on there. Sorry, Crypto Comic Stock. You need to add one more person to the list. Sorry, we'll go and get that fixed. I scrolled through the chat, didn't see it, must have missed it, so we'll add that quick before we roll the dice. I tried to go back as far as it let me, so unfortunately it doesn't let me go all the way through the chat.
All right, who are we missing?
Comic Crypto.
Oh, look who joined us. Escargot woke up.
Hey, Escargo. Well. Welcome, buddy. I sent you the link if you want to come on and chat for a little bit, bro.
Hop in the chat, bud.
It is TJ Watson's birthday. So
It's like it's 5:30, man.
he thinks, you're right, it is. TJ Watson wants something for his birthday. How about a nice cold drink with our friend Deadpool? Yeah, go ahead.
Want some Tito's?
Tito's for your titties. Hey, what's up,
Tito's?
Steve? Is on the
Tito's
chat with us.
Titties.
I don't know if he's going to or not.
What's going on, Trilogy? Welcome to the chat, brother.
Comics to our show now. He finally decided to crawl his ass out of bed.
I'm at work, dude. I'm at work.
Yeah. We're rolling the dice 7 times, guys. We're going to see what kind of prizes we got tonight. Well, I know what kind of prizes. We're going to see who wins.
Woo!
I'm gonna win.
2.
The upper ring.
Points on 3 rolls.
4,
4.
5,
5 rolls.
6.
6.
here we go.
Yeah.
The winner is bum.
Jason Smith.
It's
Jason
me.
Smith.
It's me.
Woohoo! Jason
God, there
Smith.
goes the neighborhood.
Let's see.
At the bottom,
You can
it's
see
Don the Doctor wins again.
There you go.
There goes the neighborhood, man. When Jason Smith starts winning too much.
Smith. Jason
What
Smith.
Jason
did
Schmidt.
Nice
win?
prize pack.
A surprise
That's,
pack.
you're gonna win this beautiful Harley Quinn variant. You're gonna win this lovely Batman 43.
Oh, that's so pretty.
Ready. And there's all good things come in 3s. You're gonna win this sweet ass Justice League.
Like titties.
Ain't that the truth? Who couldn't use an extra boob? 3
Man, I'm that guy-
is better.
I'm the guy that paused the Total Recall movie.
I know, right? That's my favorite, most paused movie of all time in that scene. Just saying.
Speaking of boobs.
Speaking of boobs, my wife found something for you, bro.
So it's gonna be that kind of Google hangout, huh?
Yep.
Like, speaking of boob,
Hang out with your wang out on Google Google Chat.
You ready?
You ready for this, Pope? This is for you, baby.
hey, always ready.
You see it? Shark.
That is Pope right there.
Titty shark. Whoop, whoop.
Hey, put that on the Aquaman variant, and I will buy it.
No shit.
That is Pope in his glory.
Well, welcome, Trilogy. Now that we're done with our, I can actually speak to you now. So, welcome to the
Sorry,
show.
man. You know, I'm a very busy individual.
Hey, I understand. I get it. You got slinging shit.
Slinging
So,
hotel cards and all that, you know.
We just got through. We did a review on Venom #1. We chatted about that, and then Pope just got through conversing about what was it?
DC Nation
The
number
DC
0.
Nation Zero, the 25-cent book, the Joker story.
Yeah.
So, do you happen to have any comments about either one of those books?
Other than Venom #1 is a good book, because I finally read it and finally took the time.
I enjoyed it.
Donny Cates, again, has fantastic writing, man. He does a fantastic job.
Oh yeah, I was just talking about how Donny Cates sold me with the Cosmic Ghost Rider.
No, I still remember Cates talking crap to me when I was at Dallas Fan Expo. He was like, "Don't add me to any Facebook groups. You do that, I'll kill you." But that was great. That was a good time. I like being threatened by a comic book writer.
Hey
Yeah.
man, if you can't be famous, be infamous. That's my
I
rule.
know, right? He's in a remember me as the fat white guy that stalks him at Collins. Hey, Donnie, you want to be added to my Facebook group?
I'm the guy that Donnie slapped. Remember me?
Yeah, I'm the guy that Donnie hit upside the head because I was doing stuff.
I was doing stuff.
Yeah, that was funny.
Awesome,
No one ever
awesome.
adds me to Facebook groups.
Man, I'm not even on Facebook. I can't handle Facebook.
Yeah, there's I just do it for comic books and some family shit, but mostly comic books.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to like come up with a nice little alias for the Facebook, so I can do comic book shit.
I'll be
Hazel Dan.
Hazel Dan's in the house. What the
I
fuck?
thought it was
Man, you're
Hazel.
Hazeldon.
Hello, welcome to the
Hazel.
show,
Yeah, I thought it was
Hazeldan.
Hazel. Dude.
We've got Hazel Dan in the house, guys. I just want to say hi to Hazel Dan.
Hello, Hazeldon. Welcome to the chat, Hazeldon.
It sounds like you have cotton stuck up your nose.
Well, that's pretty fucking radio to say, Village, because that's Hazel Dan.
My God, it's Hazeldon.
All right, man. I got to get going. I got to get back to work. I just wanted to stop in and say good job, guys. I'm going to catch this on the rewind.
Oh,
Go.
man. Thank you for blessing us with your presence, sir.
Oh, man. No, you're more than welcome, dude. You
I'm just
know?
glad that you like took the time from work to sneak in like a special appearance. Like,
He's dressed like a fucking special agent. He's
I know, right?
all like, he's got the
he's
top.
like, I gotta go, guys. I gotta go.
Yeah.
Got the
Other than I look awesome. Yeah, I know.
president.
But I will talk to you guys later.
All right, buddy. Thanks.
What you call it? The next show is on Thursday, right?
Thursday night, 9 p.m. Central Time.
Okay, I'm off next Thursday, so I'll be there.
All right, man.
All right, talk to you guys later.
We'll be balls
Later,
on
man.
the internet.
All right. Peace.
All right. That was our special guest of the night, Trilogy. And isn't he special?
Now if we could only get Escargot to jump
Yeah, I
on.
don't know. He's in the chat, man. Yeah, Deadpool. So
He hasn't had his coffee yet. 'Cause
He
it's like
hasn't. Me
like-
either.
5:30 in the morning over
He
there.
needs his upper, and I got my downer. Like I'm gonna down this drink.
He's like,
Deadpool. Yeah, I'm not gonna do any spoilers because I'm not an asshole.
hey,
But-
does the wife who shall not be named, does she still have that randomizer up?
She does. Do you have the randomizer still up, babe?
Yeah.
Yeah, she do.
Would she rock and roll it for me?
How many do you want her to spin it, bro?
I guess, how many do we have in the chat?
We
Why have
had
to add more
12.
people?
No, there's no one else new besides yourself. Trilogy was in there.
Hazel Dan.
Hazel Dan. Yeah, you got to add some new people.
Jeez.
Damn, JP, settle your stupid ass down, honky.
Putting the wifey to work.
I know, she's all like, backhand. Spoiler, yeah, Deadpool does get shot in this movie, guys. I don't know if you're
I
aware
don't
of
believe
it.
I don't believe it. Deadpool getting shot? No. How are they going to bring him back in the third one?
I don't know if they'll make a third one. Just kidding. They'll make a third one. Well, maybe him and Cable. Maybe X-Force. Who knows, right? Well, I'll tell you, while my wife was doing this randomizer, I'll just quickly kind of give you guys my Deadpool's situation here. So Deadpool 2, we went to it opening night, my wife and I. And it was packed house, of course, as expected. It had it had a serious side to it. And I will say, without giving anything away, that this movie touched on more emotions for me, not just as a viewer, but also as a fan of the character. I grew up with Deadpool. My first love in comics was Deadpool. The newer stuff that they have done, I really haven't read Deadpool in years. I love the Joe Kelly stuff. But just in general, I've always been a Deadpool fan. I think Ryan Reynolds was the perfect person to play Deadpool. I said that years ago. I'll say it again. But this movie, it touched on all cylinders, in my opinion. You had, of course, your humor. Of course, your whatever. Cable meets Wi-Fi.
Cable meets Wi-Fi.
So, anyways, I just thought it was well done. I think the action was great. I think the jokes were good, and the drama scenes were well done. The great thing about Ryan Reynolds, he's not just a comedian. He's a bona fide actor. If you guys have seen some of his other stuff, he kind of touched on a little bit of everything. Do stay through the trailers. Excuse me, through the trailers. What the fuck? Through the credits. Don't stay to the end of the movie. You don't have to. There's nothing at the very, very end of the credits. I'll just tell that to save you some time. We sat through the fucking whole thing. There are 2 credit scenes, so be sure you stay for those. What's up?
Well, I was going to say there's one particular joke that they make in the movie that only a true comic book fan and lover will get. And let me tell you,
Can I guess what it is?
laughed
So
out loud at
this is
Do
just.
they joke about Liefeld's feet drawing?
I will not disclose that information at this time, but I will tell you that during one of the jokes she's referring to, she was the only person in the theater to laugh out loud, and it was like, a hearty laugh. We got the joke. You could tell half the audience don't read comic books or appreciate comic books.
None of them. None of them.
But she
laughed,
literally
and I was like,
echoed when she laughed out loud. That's how we got the fucking joke. So it was for comic fans, but it was brilliant. I think the movie was exceptional. So you got T.J. Watson saw it today.
So he has.
I
to
did
know.
not catch Alan Tudyk. How you say it?
He saw it. He knows what joke we're talking about.
Yes,
Maybe.
the song at the end was awesome. So Don saw it. So yeah, it was kind of. It was embarrassing. Yeah, we looked at each other during that laughing scene, and we realized that we're the only fucking people in here that read comics or appreciate comics in that sense. And it was funny. I don't know. I think that the movie. I can't wait to see it again. To be honest, I watched the first one probably 10 times, not even exaggerating. I just love throwing it on and just listening to him talk. But anyways, that's more to do with my love for Ryan Reynolds than Deadpool. Just saying. But yes, I would give it, I mean, for me as a comic book fan, a Deadpool fan, I don't think you could get any better than this. And I'm not like I'm not a harsh critic. I never have been. I know how much work goes into making movies. People bust their ass to do that job. And if you go over to my other YouTube channel, you'll see the one movie I've made in my lifetime. It was a short film, and it was a lot of fucking work for 7 minutes. So anyways, I give it my 2 thumbs up, 5 out of 5, wherever you want to rate it. All right, that's awesome.
Floppy to full erect. What are we talking?
Do what?
Did I throw you off?
You did. I'll give it
from floppy to full erect. How would you
Oh.
rate that movie?
I'll give it 2 tea bags, baby.
Wow, 2 tea bags. Spoilers.
Full erect for me in that particular thing. All right, so I know you wanted to give something away. She's got the randomizer ready for you. She's on full erect now. So
Thank you, wifey, who shall not be named.
how many times you wanted to roll the dice for you, bro?
Let's roll it 4 times.
4 times.
Okay, I thought you said 24.
24 times.
24 times.
Jesus. What's Pope's favorite number? Roll that.
Like, let's really torture her.
32? That's weird.
I broke the internet.
1, 2, 3, and 4. TJ Watson.
TJ Watson, happy
TJ
birthday,
Watson.
Oh, you win a prize.
All right, TJ Watson, what I need you to do is either pick A or B. So in the comments, let us know A or B if you are still with us.
Today, TJ. I'm going to take this commercial break here and talk about the Temptress. This
TJ Watson says B.
B. Waiting a second while I drink this damn beer. I got Imperial Milk Stout. This is a Lakewood Brewing Company. It's made with milk and sugar. So carry on, my wayward son.
I thought you were gonna start like the world of like the land of milk and honey. Like today's giveaway is brought to you by Tino's Vodka.
Oh yeah, that's great.
But all right, man. This is you also won a Justice League 42,
Cheetos.
and you also won a Martina.
Is that a women's beer? I'll come to this goddamn screen and get you, Splash Page. Sorry, interrupted you. Go back to your.
No, that's cool. I mean, I saw Temptress and I heard girls' beer, and I was like, is there titties?
So what were the prizes? I missed them because I was focusing on some hate.
It's the same exact thing as the last one. I bought multiple copies just for this event. So I got the Justice League and the Martina connecting cover.
All right, hey, because it's your birthday, TJ, I'm gonna throw something in his prize pack to go with the Martina theme. You ready?
Uh-oh.
There's your little virgin swan.
Yeah. Woo! Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, TJ. So you shoot your address over to Pope or myself or both, and I'll get this in the mail to you tomorrow. I'm mailing packages tomorrow from the auction, and I'll just do everyone tonight as well. I was focused on the brewski, man. Ain't no doubt about that shit.
Prowler's got his Guinness.
Prowler's got Guinness. Well, this is also a stout beer, man. This is Imperial Milk Stout. Stout. That's my Canadian accent. I wish.
USS Cargo. That is a Midtown exclusive.
By the time I get through with this bottle, this show's gonna be over because I'm gonna be fucked. Yeah, I already drank that one. No, Deadpool's gone.
Deadpool.
You love
Hey,
Spawn,
good.
TJ Watson? Well, holy shit! Happy birthday. That worked out great. And let's see. Oh yeah, I was going to talk about some Shadow Roads next. Is what I was going to do.
The Shadow Road.
You have any more books you want to? Well, it's my turn anyways. Yeah. Who won? TJ Watson won, bro. That's who won.
That's right.
So next up, guys, I'm going to talk about Shadow Roads. This is from Free Comic Book Day. Issue number 1 comes out next month. I'll tell you what. If you are a fan of Westerns and you're a fan of the supernatural, or if you have read The Sixth Gun, I do believe this is a prequel. I'm not sure if the legend's in the chat, but he could tell me. It's written by Cullen Bunn, and I'm a big fan of Cullen Bunn in general. I had a chance to meet him last year at Free Comic Book Day in Omaha. He was one of the guests there. That was back when Regression number 1 came out, and I was able to get his exclusive copy and flip the shit out of that thing. Just saying. Because it got hot for a minute, and I made some money on it, so that's what we do. But regardless...
Hey,
Yeah.
do you like Regression?
I never read it.
Okay.
To be honest, I did also pick up Barriers. I haven't read it yet, so
Oh,
it's the sequel.
Yeah.
Thank you, Legend. I knew you were hiding in there waiting for me to talk about this. So this is the sequel to The Sixth Gun, which I just picked up issue number 1 of for $2 the other day at this new store I found. So in the spirit of playing Red Dead Redemption, thanks to the great Legend, he's been doing some great stuff over on his channel, doing some live shows with that game. That game is so much freaking fun, man. But
Oh my God. I started playing it once I saw him. He brought it back, and I was just like, yes.
Same here, man.
Oh God.
I have a 360, so I'm not up to date with the cool shit. But I've had that game since it came out. On 360, I bought it as soon as it came out. Played it for a long ass time, moving and everything, and kids and everything. Kind of forgot about it. But when he started playing that shit again, it just stirred up those emotions. And I went, and of course I wanted to play it, and my kids have fucking destroyed that disc, so I had to go buy a new disc.
Damn kids.
I know. So we went over, I picked up a new disc, and man, I threw it in, and I've been playing it every damn day since. I've been enjoying watching the Legend play, and then I'd go and play, and damn, it's just so much fun. So, I grew up on Westerns. My dad was a big John Wayne fan, Clint Eastwood. That was what I grew up on. So, I don't know, just feeling it. I saw this on Free Comic Book Day. This is one of the number 1 books I was hoping to get, and I did, thanks to my friend Trilogy. I was able to pick this up over in Dallas at Titan Comics.
That was actually one of the books that they didn't have at my local comic book store, and I was sad.
Well, they didn't have any at mine either, so thankfully Trilogy took care of me. I appreciate him for that. So I read this thing right away. Actually, I sat out on my lunch break at work and just cracked this thing open, and it did not disappoint. It's got supernatural, it's got Western, it's got gunslinging badasses, it's got paranormal shit. And I tell you, I read it. I've read it twice, to be honest with you. And I'm just excited as heck for June. So I'll give you guys some. It's a free comic book, but you can kind of see that's going to be the cover for number 1. It comes out in June. And this is just a good old read, man. I really enjoyed it. Yeah, Tombstone's a badass movie, Gomez. But you know what my favorite Western of all time is? And that was
Good, the
Pill.
Bad, and Ugly.
Close. I mean, it did have Eastwood in it, but I guess I really have 2. One is like a generational movie, and the other one, I could go on about Westerns all day, truthfully. I need to have like a marathon, man. We need to have a marathon, watch some Westerns on YouTube Live. But probably get shut down for copyright infringement. But, I love Pale Rider. That was one of my favorite westerns of all time. And I don't even know. It wasn't even like Clint Eastwood's probably greatest success. But damn, it's a good movie. And then
the storyline was great.
It was, man. It was just such a great movie. And you got the old torn up prostitute. I always got to feel bad for her because, you know, life sucked for prostitutes, man. I'm sure it's real good for them now. But, you know, back then it wasn't. Knights of the Old, welcome to the chat, brother. Unforgiven, great movie. All those movies are great, man. But my second favorite Western, and this is where you get my generation, I grew up in the 90s. You guys can imagine what my favorite Western was growing up in the 90s. What do you think it is, Pope?
Well, I'm going to go with Knights of the Old and say Unforgiven.
False. Let's think something along the lines of Billy the Kid mixed with some Bon
Young
Jovi.
Guns. Woo! Dude,
There you go,
love
buddy.
me some Young
Little
Guns.
Emilio Estevez, man. Y'all
I'll make
see the
you-
size of that chicken?
I'll make you famous.
Make you famous. That's damn right. But I love that chicken quote for some reason. But
I have to stop. My favorite part of that movie was when he hollered out at that guy and he had that shotgun. He's like, "Have you ever seen what $1.25 does
it
to
was $1.80. It's
$1.80.
18 dimes, baby. Just
18
saying.
dimes. That was my favorite part of that movie.
What was his name? Oh, dang, I can't think of his name. Hey, Bill!
Yeah, hey
You
Bill.
seen what $1.80 do to a man? Oh,
Love
yes.
it, man. I love it.
I need to watch that movie right now, man. There was
Jason Smith says Young Guns. Oh, dude,
yeah, Young
missing-
Guns 2 had the Bon Jovi
Oh.
soundtrack.
you're missing out, buddy.
Man, that was the day, man. I gotta watch that again. We got, I think before we left Omaha or sometime, my wife found at one of those dollar bins. There was that shit. What was that Western you found? It had like Ali Lauder and Colin. What's the dude? Colin Farrell. He was in that
Colin
Western.
Farrell?
Colin Farrell. He was in that Western.
I don't know.
It wasn't the greatest. You know what, man? True Grit.
It had Colin Farrell in it.
I know, right? I mean, he wasn't dressed up as Bullseye, but you know, whatever.
Oh, hold on.
So you had True Grit splash page. The original True Grit is an amazingly badass movie. But I also love the remake. I mean, both of them I thought were exceptional. I thought it was a great remake of a Western, in
I
my
did too. I
professional
it was
opinion.
good.
And then, the Django, that was pretty badass too. I wish they would make more Westerns, except for like, you know, I don't know if you watched The Hateful Eight, Tarantino's Western. You know, that was a bit long. Tarantino is notorious for things, but
Yeah, but it was good storytelling though.
it was good. It's just my only problem I have with Tarantino is he picks like the most random ass shit to focus on. Like in Hateful Eight, that stagecoach ride when they were going, it was the fucking longest scene known to man. We get it. It's a long ass ride. You don't have to take us on the whole trip, bro.
Yeah, I know, right? There's a
We coulda-
blizzard
we coulda-
coming.
Edited that trip down. Haven't you played Red Dead Redemption when you take that stagecoach ride from town to town? It ain't near that fucking long.
Hell no.
Oh man, I tell you guys, I'm in a fucking mood to watch some westerns, man. I need to watch some Young Guns and give me some peyote up in this place. Just kidding, wife. Just kidding.
Back when Charlie Sheen was fucking sane.
I don't even know what peyote looks like, but I'm sure it's amazing.
Like, I don't care what it looks like.
We're gonna change our show to comics and peyote.
Cowboys and peyote.
But anyways, if you guys are out at your local comic shop and you see this free comic book still sitting around, do yourself a favor, pick it up. I know you'll get the full issue come June, but holy shit, it's going to be awesome. I'm excited to start reading The Sixth Gun. I know, Legend, you've been reading this and you're looking for the hardbacks. You got your eye on those hardbacks. It was good, man. I can't wait to see what happens to this sexy chick right here. You see her from the storyline? Ain't nothing better than badass babes with guns and swords.
Babes and swords.
Babes and blades or shotguns, I don't care. It's all weapons.
It's all titties.
Escargo 80, you're not gonna come on with us? I sent you the link, bro. Of course, I really don't know how that works overseas. You sent contact to me or Pope on Instagram? I don't matter. If it went to me, I'll get it. I'll send you some presents for your birthday. For your birthday?
Escargo, I'm drinking Tito's vodka.
Man, do you drink anything but vodka?
I'm trying to lose a lot of weight right now, so I can't do too many. I can't do too many carbs. So this particular vodka is low in sugar, and it's pretty good. So
low carbs. I bet this beer's low carb. I mean, it says it's low carb. It says "Shoal" on the back, which means low carb in Viking. In case you need a lesson in your what do Vikings speak? Scandinavian, Swedish, Finnish? What do they speak? I don't know. You know what's another good movie? Pathfinder.
Gomez says I'm on the Wada diets.
Yeah. You know what's a really good drink? If you get some Mountain Dew Pitch Black and throw some of that Tito's in there. Just saying.
Just saying.
Just saying. There's no carbs in that either, bro.
Brah.
Brah, hey, brah. Let's.
I'll drink it, bro.
So I got some more stuff I'm going to give away tonight. I got this little stack here. I'm going to do a quick little Beer's Liquid Bread. And that's probably true. But I'll tell you what, I never got the shits from bread. So I have a small little stack here for my final giveaway of this evening. But first, Mr. Grimy, do you have another book you want to talk about tonight?
I don't have a book, but I have a trade paperback.
Well, that's called a book, in case those who haven't read before.
Well,
Is it Mother Panic?
no, I want to talk about Clean Room.
Oh, good choice. You're talking about Jenny Frison artwork right there,
Yeah.
baby.
That's exactly what I'm talking about. Jenny Frison does a lot of the cover art for the series. But if you guys haven't read Clean Art,
Clean Room.
Clean Room. It's the vodka talking. It is a very, very twisted horror. Crazy storyline, but it's so good. I actually got to meet Jenny Frison before she started doing the Wonder Woman stuff. Yeah, that's right. I'm a hipster. I met her before Wonder Woman.
Ooh. Was she wearing flannel?
No.
That you were.
I was. And I was wearing these sunglasses. But I just want to talk about, like, this book. These books are just underrated to me. Like, and as far as collections, I think this is like a must-have. It's a Vertigo, but the storyline is just freaking sick, and like some of the artwork in it is just freaking awesome. Here, let me just show you like some of the stuff. Look at it.
Creepy.
Look at it. But I mean, like this book, it's a brutal, like, and I just think you guys should collect it, check it out. At least pick up the first volume and see what you think about it. Because I'm actually trying to pick up a full run of Clean Room. I got a good majority of the books, but there's some that are missing in my collection. So if you guys like horror, I would definitely recommend Clean Room if you guys haven't already read it.
I agree, man. That's one of those I was collecting for a while, but I was waiting. I like to collect them, and I like to read the trade paperbacks. You know, if I don't know. I'm doing single issues or what have you. But anyways, you like Jenny Frison did a lot of the covers for that run. And plus, it's written by Gail Simone, if I'm not mistaken. Did you say that already?
I did not, and it is.
So it was one of her takes on horror. So I think we're gonna pop in here. I'm gonna do one last little giveaway. I don't know if you have something else you want to give away or not.
Yeah, I got one more. I got A to get rid of.
A.
A.
Canada, eh? So I'm gonna do randomizer. Put the wife back to work over here in just a second. I don't think there's any new people in the chat. Maybe old Jedi legend person. I can't see that. Sorry, not trying to be rude or offensive, but I'm kind of tipsy. Knights of Old.
Running, taking it out.
Dead Man. Sorry, I'm just looking through the chat here. Knights of Old. Dead Man. Yeah, that was a crazy.
Say much. I said clean art a minute ago, and Gomez called me out on that as well.
Yeah, I called you out too because I'm an asshole. Yeah, Dead Man, I think was a zombie western, if I'm not mistaken. That was pretty crazy. I watched Open Range is another badass western I liked. Hold on one second here. I'm gonna get something figured out here.
Gomez says I have the stunner shades. Well, thank you, Gomez.
So now that the Deadpool out, what do we have next? Ant-Man? All right, so I'm gonna do randomizer quick. There's 12 people in the chat, which I'm gonna just say thank you guys for coming out. I know it's late. It's a Sunday night. This isn't our normal hour, or won't be our normal hour. You got a question in the chat there, Pope, about your print in the background. Aliens versus Cowboys. That's okay. It says 14 people watching, but I'm sure that's you. We're good. We'll go with that. All right. So someone asked about your print in the background there, bud.
Are we talking about the Infinity War? Back here's the Infinity War that came out. It's a poster that I got from my local comic book shop in the 90s. That's an X-Men signed by Jim Lee and like Scott Williams. Oh, you can't see it. It's up there. But these are just random prints from the Green Lantern, like the Darkest Night series.
Louisiana. I just realized I had a text from Hazel Dan. They sent me some information I was asking about. Well, they got my back anyways. There's an anime festival coming up in Louisiana, and Jason David Frank's going to be there. And I got that badass Valiant cover of him as Bloodshot that I want to get signed so freaking bad. But anyways, appreciate the information. I'll see what I can do with work and whatnot. So, anywho, we're gonna randomize. We're gonna do this drawing quick. We're gonna randomize this. You got the phone, babe? Calling the wife to duty.
Jason Smith says, "Who won?"
About to do it, bro. Hold on. We don't have to be ordinary. What? What was that look for? She just gave me the look from hell, man. Like I don't seem like an angel or something. Jeez.
Or like you haven't sang that.
The song is stuck in my head
1,000 times.
because I hear it at work all day long.
Boo. How many times did it?
Whoa.
Shut your face. How many times did I remember?
Wow.
No
Who's talking about Batman #1? Like,
kidding. It was someone. It was the Legend of the Old was asking if you had Batman #1 because I told him you did.
You're a liar.
I'm a dirty liar. What's going on at the Rally Supercon there, Prowler? You gonna have Jason David Frank? You want to get something signed for me? That's awesome.
actually, if this is what you guys are talking about,
Oh, it's on your shelf.
this is a tin that I actually got as an A-OK
Oh my
from
gosh.
All About Comics.
You have that same one.
No, I sent that to him.
Oh.
That was awesome. This is not even a comic book, guys. This is
Oh my gosh,
like,
that's
if
awesome.
A-OK be this, I'd be.
Oh, that's
I
funny.
can't say what I would be doing
Well,
right
to be
now.
fair, you don't always tell me what you send people.
No shit. Sometimes I just send shit. She's like, "Have you seen my art germ collection?" I'm like, nope.
That's what I was about. That's exactly what I was meant to say. What happened to my art germ collection? And I'm like,
I could have swore I had Batgirl #12, 4 copies of it. I'm like, nope, haven't seen them. All right, so we're going to randomize quick, guys. I know it's getting long in the night. And I do want to do a quick thank you. We're going to wrap this up here pretty soon. But, it's a Sunday night. It's late. I appreciate it. I appreciate Pope staying up late with me. This wasn't ideal with the work week. So going forward, Thursday nights, 9 p.m. Central Time will be our likely time slot. And I do want to apologize to the Blast It or Stash It crew. Didn't realize you guys had a show this time tonight. I thought it was earlier. So I wasn't trying to infringe on anything or cause any problems. Not that we stole any of your clients or anything or your viewers, but I just want to say that I do apologize for that. That wasn't intentional. So with that being said, we're going to randomize this thing 3 times. And I'm going to give away this little short stack of books here. We got 4 books.
All right.
The wife is yawning, not like Yanni.
What?
what?
1 is the loneliest number. 2.
3.
3.
Exile State.
Winner is Exile State Comics. Sweet, sweet irony. So if you want to see who won, that's who won. There you go. Not that you guys care. I can give away what I want.
That's right.
Right.
Give it away.
Exile State, you'll need to message me. I know I have messaged you in the past, so you should have my email in your Privé collection. So you're going to get 4 books. First is a free book. I know it was hot for a minute, but I'm throwing this in for you. This is Marvel Rising, the first appearance of Edom for the new animated Marvel show, which has Squirrel Girl, Spider-Gwen, also known as Ghost Spider in this particular story,
Ghost Spider.
America, Ms. Marvel, some dude, the Falcon.
Some dude.
Yeah. Anyways, you get that one. I'm going to throw in this nice Gotham Academy #1. Really
That's
cool
how he
story.
does.
That's a very nice book. All right.
All right.
Then I'm going to give you this nice Aquaman 32 bombshell variant.
Damn, he's still giving stuff away, guys.
Yeah.
Holy crap.
And the last book of your lot tonight, sir, is going to be Bombshells 32. This is the regular covers signed by the artists Mirka Andolfo. So there you go.
Congratulations. That cover is
Congratulations.
signed. And it's signed.
It is.
That's awesome.
And
That's
Mirka
awesome.
Andolfo does not speak English worth a shit. So I believe she
No,
is.
I don't speak English with a shit. So
That's true. That is true. You don't. But I
No,
blame that.
I
Learn
majored
that.
in English and I still suck at it.
So congratulations to you, sir. Exile State Comics. Just shoot me your address. I'll get these in the mail to you tomorrow, along with all my other things I have to mail out. Matilda's in the house. Holy fucking sunshine.
Matilda, what's up? What's going
Good
on,
morning.
Matilda?
Whoa. Are you whoa? Whoa. That's right.
Whoa.
Whoa. Whoa. Wait a minute. Whoa. Wait a minute. So Matilda, it's good to see you. I know it's probably early in the morning over there. So anyways, I don't know if you you have something you want to give away too. You have one last.
Yeah.
My God, I can't speak. I'm gonna have to change the show to comics and get the fuck sober.
I was like, hey, man, it's in our title. They should have known that we're going to be drinking. So by the time
Yeah.
they get to the end of it, they should know. They should know.
What's up?
I do have one more thing to give away.
People are like, the more he drinks, the more he gives away. Keep drinking, JP. Keep drinking.
Fire it up. Fire it up. How should I give away this last bit?
I think. Never mind. I think, therefore, I shut up. Listen to that Black Rob. I don't know what that means, but I had a friend named Black Will. Not the same, I'm sure, as Black Rob, but they're probably cousins.
Matilda says Pope G question mark. What does that mean?
You know,
Matilda, please tell me, what does that mean?
pick a number. Pick a number. Pick a number between 1 and 832.
1 between 832. 831.
Oh, that sucks. What's crow mean? Crow. Eat crow? I'm not eating crow.
Like Sam Crow? As in like Sons of Anarchy?
Poor Man's Comics. Where'd you come from? Thanks for the sub today, by the way, Poor Man's Comics. I appreciate it. Appreciate you joining the hottest channel on YouTube.
I told you, man. I was like, I'm going for infamous. I'm not going for famous. I'm going for the most.
I couldn't even say that with a straight face for very long. I do want to mention that this episode tonight is brought to you by the Temptress, which is also Pope's real name.
What are people doing? Poor man says 500. Jay Smith says 7-Eleven.
Well, I told him to pick between 1 and 832, man.
Oh my God.
Fire it up, up, up. I feel like that's a wrong song, but that's what comes to mind.
Oh no,
Fire it up.
It came from Crow, the movie.
Well, yeah, someone just wrote that in there if you read.
I'm an English major, man. I don't do that shit.
That's true. He doesn't.
I graduated, so I stopped reading.
Gomez bringing out the holy number. He wants to go to church with you tonight, brother.
Let's go to church, man.
Thursday night church with Pope and JP.
Yeah.
Jason's going for the devil.
God bless you all.
I'll bless you with this beverage of Pope choice. If I can get some beer sponsors, man, this show is going to be lit, as the young kids say. Russell Crowe, that was a good show too. 69. There's too many 69s in the group, guys.
Too many 69s.
He is. It's spelled differently too. I'm just stupid right now.
Go to bed.
Go to bed, sir. You've been drinking
All right.
way too heavily.
No, but seriously, stop guessing numbers, guys. That was a joke.
That was a joke. JP's just throwing numbers. JP's throwing jokes. Oh my God, did I just refer to myself in the third person? Am I famous? Holy shit.
How should I give these last books away?
Well, I think my idea is a terrible idea, so I didn't use it.
Jesus.
How should you could say the first person to guess.
What, like my middle name?
Dude, you don't even know your middle name.
Not at this point.
I don't know, man. I was just doing randomizer. I think that worked. Flip a coin. Well, that's not fair. There's like 14 people in the chat.
How's that going to work, Prowler?
We're gonna do the double elimination college basketball bracket
Oh
style.
my god.
College
All right,
World
okay.
Series.
I'll do it. The first person who could tell me the first team to make it to the NHL finals this year will get this win.
Oh, now we see you're crossing sports with. They're like, what's NHL?
I know, right? They're like, what? I'll give you a hint. It's hockey.
The first team to make it to the Stanley Cup Finals this year in hockey. Close. Oh, Poor Man's Comics.
Damn, go, man. You were so close, brother. So close. Poor Man's Comics.
Nice. I love it. Good job, Poor Man's Comics. Golden Knights, baby. Let's hope my Capitals make it. Let's hope they can. I want to see it. I want to see it there. Does hockey still exist? Listen here, Exile State.
Oh, those are fighting words, buddy.
Knights of old. You know I have a Mighty Ducks tattoo. Just throwing it out there.
Show the tattoo.
You want to see this tattoo? It's pathetic.
Yeah, do it.
Didn't I show this to you before?
Yeah, but let the world see.
I know Mr. Spidey Grandpa has a penguin tattoo. I saw that in person. This is from my 17-year-old self. Never get tattoos when you had food poisoning, kids. Lesson number 1.
No, lesson number 1 is don't get tattooed when you're 17 years old.
Well, that too. When you're underage and food poison. We have no ice in Texas. You have the Dallas Stars, man. Come on. Stanley Cup champs.
Oh.
There's my real tattoo there. That's my comic book.
Matilda says, what is hockey again?
Matilda. Uh-oh.
Oh.
You got your ducks.
Oh,
ducks,
TJ.
ducks.
Oh, TJ Watson. You're hurting my feelings, man.
So what did Mr. Poor Man's Comics win from you there, Mr. Poop? Is it letter A? Did he pick A because he has no choice?
Yeah, he has no choice. It is letter A.
Quack, quack, quack. Remember the
flying
quack attack?
Poor Man's Comics. Also, guys, if you won something from me tonight, please PM me your address so I can get these books to you. Otherwise, it's just going to be sad. But what Mr. Poor Man Comics has won is Nightwing number 44, the Finger Pop variant.
Ooh, that's pretty badass. I love me some. Is that Nightwing?
It sure is.
Yeah, because you didn't just say that. Nightwing variant. They're few and far between.
He got this Virgin cover that's from my favorite artist, Jay Lee, and it's Tarzan and Red Sonja.
Red Sonja.
That was beautiful. That was beautiful. And last but not least, probably one of my favorite covers is X-Men Sword of the Braddocks.
Holy shit, dude. You're giving that away for free? Nice.
There you go.
Man. That is freaking balla, dude.
I had to do it on the first show, man. Had to drop it.
My God, no kidding. Like, I feel like I should. Yeah, that was nice. Right on. Well.
So yeah, congratulations, brother.
Congratulations, Poor Man's Comic. Make sure you email or PM your address to the man, the Pope, the man with no hope. The Pope.
I was gonna say,
the Pope with no
hope. Legend.
I was gonna say the man with no altar boys, but I didn't want to go that far.
No, they're down there.
Oh, that's right.
I keep them off the camera for a reason.
I know, right? Wait a minute. That is
Wait a minute.
awesome, dude. I just, yeah, that was a solid giveaway for show.
Hey, you know what? Let me stop for a second. Mr. Poor Man, how about I throw in that the highly acclaimed Excalibur 86
Oh, shit, yeah. You haven't given that away all night.
and Excalibur number 125, since these are key books.
Is that a wedding issue?
Yes.
Who got married?
Megan and Captain Britain.
Oh, that's nice. Is
I was gonna say,
it like a tribute to the royal wedding that we just had yesterday?
yes, sir, it is.
Awesome, dude.
That's it. If you notice, every time I took a shot, I pinkied up on it. So
I did notice that, but I thought that was because you're a snob.
yeah, that too. I was just taking that opportunity to try to make myself not look like a snob, but you called me out.
I thought that's what the shades were for, man. The shades, you're like, I want to be formal, but I also came here to party.
No. I never want. I could never be formal. Formal is way out of bounds for me.
I like that, Gomez. Damn, poor man, you ain't poor no mo. That's awesome.
Well, you
All
will
right,
be
guys.
Poe if you don't send me those PM me those addresses.
Yeah, hook them up with your address. You guys, hopefully you sent me your shit, and I will get it out to you tomorrow. What else we got? I want to say a big thank you to everyone who came out for our first show. I think at one point we had 15 or so viewers, which, hey, I appreciate it. Ain't no thing. We'll be here every Thursday night, 9 p.m. Central Time. Hopefully Pope will be sober. What?
So they said he should be wearing a top hat.
A top hat?
Like
I know,
a bowler
we talked-
hat?
Yeah, we discussed that, man.
Should be wearing
He
a
needs
bowler hat?
He needs a Pope hat.
I need a Pope hat.
You do need a Pope hat.
To be honest with you,
What? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So Thursday night, this coming Thursday, so you're going to get the special 2 shows in 1 week kind of deal with us.
that's how we roll.
So that'll be the day after new comic books. So get yourselves ready for some new releases. I'm going to try and do a little more back issue reviews as well as new stuff, just so we can kind of have something going on. I got a freaking fridge stock full of beer. Pope's got more vodka than the fucking Russians. So, we're going to be good to go. But, yeah, thank you guys all for coming out. I don't know if you want to shout out some people, shout out the chat. I appreciate everybody. I had a lot of fun tonight, man. I appreciate you doing this with me. Hopefully Thursday night we'll have Trilogy and Escargo 80 with us, because I know one of those guys likes to drink. My boy Escargo 80, he loves him some bourbon.
I know, man. He shouted me out in his last video. He's like, man, I love me some bourbon. I was like, all right, come join us. I do want to thank the legend though, because he. I know none of you guys want to hear this, but he helped us kind of get the fundamentals of going live up, and he pimped us out hardcore on his auctions, his Red Dead Redemption games. He helped us out a lot. So
absolutely. I mean,
legend was great.
You can't say thank you enough for that, man. That dude has an audience that we can all be envious of on any given night. The fact that he took the time out, A, to answer questions, B, to help us, and 3, to plug the shit out of us. So I can't be more grateful. Also talking to him today for some other technical advice on some other things. So
I'm just laughing because you just said the legend plugged the hell out of us.
He don't live too far from me, so it's possible.
The great state of Texas getting plugged by the great legend. I guess you can't go. It could go worse, I suppose.
Yeah. I mean, I could do worse.
At least we're getting plugged by a legend, right?
Absolutely. If I'm going to get plugged by anybody in this community, it's going to be that guy. Oh,
Woo!
But anyways, yeah, you guys that won prizes, please, if you haven't already, I know most of you have already sent your shit. Happy birthday again to TJ Watson. Appreciate you coming out on your birthday.
Man. Happy birthday.
I'm gonna take another drink for you, brother. I know you're only 22. No idea, but I'm guessing. I don't know what you're drinking in your glass there. Oh, you got actual shot glass. I just realized.
Ironic, it's a shot glass from my college.
What was it? Yeah. So, anyways, thank you guys so much for coming on. Hope to see you guys on Thursday. Spread the word if you're so kind to do so. Appreciate it, and love you all. Later. Bye bye.
You guys are awesome.